Austin, just one here. And it's often said that frustration is a useless emotion, but is it tough to keep it in check right now with what the team is having to deal with once again?
You know what? It can be, especially late in that game last night and toward the end. You know, you try to stay even keeled and control your emotions, but at the same time, there's only so much you can withstand. Especially, I think the most frustration just comes from when you have better, when what your team's about and not doing it. I think that's that can be frustrating, but you turn the page, you get back to work. We're not gonna. It's tough. Sometimes you want to say, "Hey, let's just throw the tape out and move on," but as a group that's learning to win and learning to mature and get better, you can't just throw those out. You got to take it and look at it and really be honest about what went down. It doesn't matter who's out. It doesn't matter no fans. It doesn't matter kind of what it is. We've been taking it a day at a time here for the past 2 seasons. There's no excuse for laying up an egg like that.
We'll go to Bruce Garriock at Post Media.
Did you kind of feel like when you looked around that rink last night that you would turn back the clock to last season?
Yeah, a little bit. I think you think about it more afterwards, and you say, oh, I can't believe we did that for a full season. It sucks. It's really all you can say. Opinions are tough right now. I feel like everybody has them, and even though they are opinions, sometimes only one side of the argument's taken as correct, and one's super wrong. So, at this point, we're it's easy to say it's not ideal, but not much any of us in here can do about it. We'll just continue to work, and you got to find a way to create your own emotion there, and we didn't.
How does, and I asked Connor Brown this, but how does the uncertainty of the whole schedule play on you? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason right now to the way games are postponed, but you're shuttling guys in and out of the lineup. How difficult is all that?
It is. It is difficult, but I think, as I touched on a little bit earlier, we've been going through this now for a little while, so it's not like it's surprising. It's not like it's kind of sneaking up on us. It's hard to get into a rhythm, into a flow, but at least every Canadian team is going through the same thing right now. So it's not like we're sitting here and we're the only team dealing with it. So there's no, woe is me and self-pity or self-loathing around here. You have to be able to deal with the things that come your way in life, and right now it's a tough time, and it's been like this for the last little while. So I'd say it's tough, but it's not something that we shouldn't be able to manage and deal with.
On TinCombSenators.com.
Hey Austin, just as a player, just how difficult is it kind of, 2 weeks off here between the last game? You obviously missed 10 days due to COVID at the start of the year. You started the year injured too. Just, trying to get back up to game speed with, weeks at a time breaks.
It's not ideal, but you watch last night's game, and it seemed like it benefited one team, and it didn't benefit another. So you got to deal with it. It's unfortunate. Every individual has their own situation going on. Like you mentioned, for me, I was injured last year, injured this year, COVID. But it is what it is. It's how you respond. There's not much that we control other than our actions and our attitude. And if each individual can go ahead and take care of their own business, and then the team gets together and as a group, we take care of our business. It's difficult, but nothing we shouldn't be able to handle.
Ottawa is Sylvain Saint Laurent at the block.
Yes, Austin, when you come back to work this morning, is it easy to restart knowing the fact that you had built some momentum in December before you were shut down?
Yeah, it's definitely easy to get back to work. I mean, we didn't work much last night, so it's easy to come to work today. You got to be able to turn the page and bring positivity and the right attitude, but at the same time, you got to be able to. And it's good. We have a baseline. You know, we have a checkpoint where we can go back to and say, you know, this is what we did for these 8, 9, 10 games, whatever it was in December, and this is why we're successful. And you can look at the tape from last night, and you won't see much of it. And it's nice because it's pretty easy to see why we didn't have success last night and why we've had success, you know, previous. Before that game. So as much as, you know, it is one game, there's a lot of them left, but you don't want to just let that one sit and accept the fact, you know, that we got outworked, outplayed, and, you know, beat 6-0 on New Year's Day on Hockey Night in Canada, whether there's fans, whether the schedule's all wacky, whether there's uncertainty, it doesn't matter. You know, we're going through the same thing as the Leafs were, and it seemed not to affect them very much. So we'll take it, we'll learn from it, and we'll move on to the next one.